Hello. Absolutely no warning there, just straight into it.
Great. No pressure.
No pressure. Hello, everyone. Welcome. This is a very short, might not be short, might last forever, might last all day, knowing Louise and I, but a very short introduction to what we've got coming up this week in BNI, in the regions that we support. And here we are. So alongside me is Louise. Louise, go on, introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Louise Eccles-Cookson, Managing Area Director for BNI, Greater Manchester East, Kirklees and Calderdale region. I support just shy of 300 members currently, meeting from Stockport, then up round the M60 into Kirklees, Calderdale, Huddersfield and Halifax and so on, and then straight off into your area.
Yes, a bit further up north into Lancashire, of which we support, about 300 members, 300 businesses and all their families that come with it. So this is just a bit of information about what actually we've got coming up or what we've done in the last week and what we've got coming up in the next week as well. So we had a very exciting last week, though, didn't we, with our members forum?
Absolutely, and I think I don't know a lot of our members or visitors to the region, and certainly people interested in getting involved in any part of your region or my region, is we actually, because we collaborate so closely together, we actually put on events to enable a lot of cross-chapter, cross-region networking. And our very first sort of really, I think, although we had this sort of like the little one in January, this was our really first time at this new format, which I think worked particularly well. It gives everybody a bit of everything. So we had some planning and recognition. That was brilliant. It was so nice. Recognition. There was like, I think most of that first part of the meeting was just, and thank you too, and thank you too. But it was brilliant, and so many people, and I think we've had such a struggle the last 12 months that it was so nice to be able to recognise people that have helped, people who have supported other members, whether that was in business or in their, in their BNI chapter by finding them referrals, or whether it was personal, picking the phone up, asking, are you okay? It's a massive thing. And so it was fantastic to be able to recognise people. I know you had
the same. Yeah, what's the thing that actually, because we recognise quite a lot of members as well, what's the thing that's most surprised you about members and businesses that you support in the last 12 months?
What's most surprised me? I think the determination of just carrying on. I think the get on with it, and that's been an absolute brilliant. I think we had, as you said, Graham in January, and he sort of talked about advice and so on. And what he said was looking at the opportunities. What can you do now differently than you could have do before? And that's been the big surprise for me. Is I know I went into slight panic mode at the beginning and wondering how on earth will this work online, and actually it's worked amazingly online. And it's seeing people coming back and realizing the importance of having their networks. That's been a big surprise. It's seen, a negative surprise was a few people who gave up and went, I will just come back at the end of it, but we're still not at the end of it. So we don't know when that's going to be. So the big positive surprise for me has been the vast majority of people that have gone, do you know what? It is what it is. This is what, we keep together. And it's been nice to hear those members. And I mean, it's great hearing all the business being passed. I personally take quite a bit of pleasure in when I hear it, when people say to me that actually getting up and attending my meeting each week has made a huge difference to my mental health, because it's been being able to see these people, they understand what we're going through. That's been the big sort of really nice, I don't know if it's a surprise, but it's definitely the thing that's made me the happiest, is seeing people support and help each other from that big time.
I agree. I mean, despite us, what we've done in terms of business pass between the members between us, it's about 20 million quid, I would have thought, right now.
Yeah, it's massive. The amount of business that's being passed. It's literally just over £10 million and that's only since the 1st of April. So it was it's we record the stats normally when we do it's 12 months, but when I calculated it for the forum, I really wanted to show people, yes, we're in the middle of a global pandemic, we're probably starting another recession, the world is going mad, but we're still doing business and we're still helping and supporting each other, and that £10 million is spent. And I think it's even more important now how it's spent over and over again, because that money's not going into a big organisation. It's going into small local businesses where they're then buying other small local businesses' services. So it's being used again there. It's paying staff wages. It's supporting families. It's buying all those new iPads for the kids working from home.
Yeah.
They break it or lose it. That's just my house. But it's enabling us to still carry on and build futures and support and help each other, and that's been amazing.
Love that. So we had Russ Sorden down with us last week, and just for people who are watching that might not be aware, but we do have this members forum where we come together as regions, and Russ came to talk with us, who's a executive director for Durham and Teesside. What were the couple of takeaways that you took from Russ's talks?
Well, the one I've used already is the crab. I loved that, and it's so easy to do. And I know we've got all these different core values, and it really resonated, the positive attitude one. And it's the same thing, and it's sort of really, it's like, are you a crab in a bucket pulling people down? Or are you, lifting them out and helping them and celebrating their success? And I think certainly, I don't know how you've sort of felt, but I've certainly felt this year people's, and this is generic, this isn't necessarily BNI, recognizing it in myself, in my family, the kids, people I talk to. I don't know, we seem to be dealing with this particular lockdown a little bit more fraught. We're getting on with it, but moods and nerves are definitely frayed, and it's easy to snap at people. And I think that the default reaction is, oh, they're failing, so we'll grab their success, and we'll, rather than let's work together and celebrate their success and push them and make them move forward. And that is something that I'm particularly really focused on, and what I love about our regions, particularly, many years ago, before you got involved, I would say is, when I was very first involved, I've been doing it with 18 years this year, and it's a lot of early mornings.
Is that?
Small, Isabel did not exist. It's really weird. But there used to be this dog eat dog sort of mentality of, oh, their chapter's failing, quick grab their members. Oh, they're not doing very well, quick grab them and bring them over here. We're better, we're bigger, we've got more opportunity. Whereas within the region now, because of the online format, even more so, we're able to really collaborate so much, visit other chapters, network. So you can go and substitute and present at another chapter and help that chapter out. But also, it's a matter of business that's being passed. If you've not got somebody in your chapter that does it, you can visit another chapter and find that person, and they can help you. And it's seeing all that and all that sort of collaboration, and that's really important to me with the region. But I think that's what that crab in the bucket really resonated with me.
Absolutely right.
Don't be so negative and pull others down. It's look for other people's success so that you can celebrate it, and it pulls you up as well. I think it's definitely. I keep seeing Neil popping up.
It's absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Big love, Neil. I remember Neil once saying up in our regions, "Be a radiator, not a drain."
Absolutely, and that's really what the sort of the crab is, a similar way of sort of putting it. And it just really resonated with me. Don't be a crab and pull other people's down. You may be having a bad day, and it's easy to pull other people down into it.
Yeah.
So, look for someone else's success. Look for something that can cheer you up. If necessary, go and find a dog video on Instagram and do something rather than bringing others in with you.
Yeah, agreed. Now we've got our forum coming. Our next forum is coming up in April. We have the man himself, Charlie Lawson, joining us to provide us with some inspiration, unnatural networker that he is. Which will be fantastic. So that's something to look forward to. But of course, in the next few days, there's loads of other events that our members can jump onto, and I know you've got a couple that you want to highlight.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we've got on the 17th of February at 4 o'clock, about 90 minutes. One of my team, Kevin Sanders, he's business coach, 23 Degrees. He runs these two workshops he runs them in succession. There are 6 weeks. So this is the second one, but it doesn't matter what order you do. And it really very much talks about identifying referral partners, because this is where, we talk about networking, how you can make it and utilize it properly and make it effective. And that is not going in with that smash grab effect. It's really looking at it and working out, who can I network with that can become a great referral partner that will keep putting me in touch with my top clients and that can keep passing me the business. So he's got a 90-minute workshop focused on exactly that. And then we've got our Kickstart meeting on Thursday morning.
Of course.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. And this is a very informal networking. It's a sort of, obviously it's run by BNI. It's got some BNI members in there. We're building new groups, online only groups across the entire region. But it's a little bit of a try before you buy mentality is the way I'm sort of looking at it. This is a really sort of registration and information about how BNI can work for you, but that's not its key focus. Its key focus is giving people networking tips to make online networking work. For me, it was, when we went online, it was a short-term strategy to help us get through lockdown. Rather, it was a short-term fix. Now it's shown it can work. We just launched a group, Vision, in Cheadle, entirely online, met online, launched online. It's already smashing the business, and people are queuing up to get to come along and visit, because they're literally sort of running out of invites every week, and so they've got people coming every single week. So it shows how popular networking is. So the Kickstart meetings are really designed at giving you some tips on exactly how to make it effective. We're going to talk about golden goose and golden egg, which really does fall in line with Kevin's referral partners workshop, because it's just getting that little bit of understanding, and instead of going out networking and looking for your golden egg, go out and look for your golden goose, and it helps you sort of really understand how to actually work those out and show you how BNI can help you. It has BNI members, it has pending BNI members, as in we're building groups for them, and visitors, and everybody is more than welcome. So a bit of a try before you buy. Come along, have a look, see what it's all about. 9:30.
They never, 9:30 Thursday morning, and nobody ever leaves empty-handed, because if you go away with a bit more knowledge than you started with, then it's a good hour and a half spent, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of my members who came a couple of weeks ago went away with a massive referral from somebody. Wasn't expecting that. So it's brilliant.
Love it.
So it's great. It's nice. It's informal. It's very relaxed, but it shows you the potential of what you can get if you want to get involved in online networking, and what is, if you get involved in our regions, what you can sort of expect, and that collaboration. Big time. And what was that? What was Russ's word that he used?
Yeah, I've written it down somewhere. Not competition. It was collabor. I'm gonna have to come back. I'll come back to you on it.
It was collaboration and competition, or cooperation or something, and it was sort of mashed together into a seemingly unpronounceable word. Russ, if you're out there and you can tell us how to actually pronounce it phonetically, that'd be great.
So where can people? There's probably some members watching this. There's probably people who've never even heard about networking before. Where can they go to find more out about Kickstart?
Oh, that was seamless. So on the chat from this afterwards, I will I'll stick the link, but also on LinkedIn, you've got the Greater Manchester East, Kirklees, Calderdale LinkedIn page, and it's all over that. The link's on there. It will take you through to a tiny little sign-up form, which will give you the Zoom links. and you can pick which meeting you want to attend. If you want to attend the referral partners workshop, again, whilst members will absolutely benefit from it, I have no problem with some people who want to, visitors, pending members, who want to see, what are the things that we can get out of BNI, because it's not just networking. It's so much more than that. They're also welcome to attend. And again, we'll have the Zoom link on the LinkedIn page. And if you don't already like the page, please do like and follow. But also the referral partners will also be on BNI Connect for our BNI members.
Love that. And we're going to be here every single Monday for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it takes, just to keep everybody up to date on what is going on in these regions, because we support some fantastic businesses and we want to support them even better. So we're going to be keeping you up to date, aren't we?
Absolutely. And it's also great motivation to make sure I get up and do my hair and makeup on a Monday, which during lockdown is a major achievement, because it's like I've got all these lovely shoes that are never worn, all these nice Ted Baker dresses that I used to go out and wear, and it's like I'm ashaming my kids or embarrassing my kids rather when I walk around Tesco's with my posh dress and my boots on and my nice new Ted Baker coat. Why are you wearing that around Tesco's, Mum? Because there's nowhere else to wear them. So I have to say, I put a shirt on for the first time on Saturday night for Valentine's, and I felt really strange. Did you?
I thought, I'll just put a shirt on for Valentine's Day. And I was like, I'm not sure I like this. I just like T-shirts.
It's like Mark walked down this morning. I'm like, you're still in your pajamas? Yeah, but I'm comfy. It's taking this whole working from home to a whole extra level lockdown, hasn't it?
Yeah. Are you? I mean, there'll be people out there that are working from home, and they might think, well, maybe do a bit of networking, maybe not. How are you keeping yourself kind of level in this strange time? How are you making sure you're balanced in work and home and all that sort of stuff?
Well, what's my top tip is absolutely have a cut-off. Try and separate it. So the way that I'm achieving it this time is my office is also doubles up as my son's bedroom. So he's been evicted, but I can only use it between 9 and 5. Yeah. So it's really important, and I'm trying to get into a habit. I don't always succeed, but I will not read my emails, or I might read them, but I won't reply to them after 5 o'clock or over the weekend, because there's never a networking emergency. It can wait until Monday. And I think it's getting into that habit, because I can pick my phone up and I'll have a little cycle. It'll be like, okay, so I'll start off with the news, then I'll check Facebook and Instagram, then I'll go on LinkedIn and my emails, and then I'll go back on the news, and I'll go Facebook. And it's like you close one app and immediately reopen it, and your brain ends up in this sort of like little loop. It's like when my dog gets stuck between, is he going to sit on the sofa or is he going to sit on the floor, and circles, and it's like Bruce is stuck in a loop again. Bruce is stuck in a loop. I'll make my mind up, and I think sometimes we can end up like that, especially with looking at our phones and devices all the time. I've actually got a second phone.
Love it.
I upgraded my son's at Christmas, and I've got a separate SIM in here, and only my friends and have it. And I just need to get into a better habit of putting this one, my work one, in my drawer on a Friday and only using this one, because it is that separation, and go out for a walk.
Yeah.
A lot of people sit there and go, did Louise just say go out for a walk?
You go, what? Hang on.
She's turned into a hermit and hasn't left the house for 6 months. And I did go for a walk, and I felt much better for doing it. So try and separate and try and have that switch off point. What about you? What's your point?
Do you know, I've taken up my ukulele again, which it helps me switch off. So I'm in between meetings now, actually. Because I've been up early doors. I had a run this morning, and that's nice. But I'll sit down at 8 o'clock in the morning. I won't leave this chair until 6 o'clock at night, 5 o'clock, whatever it may be. But so I'm saying, well, I know I'm going to work solid for them hours, but at least in between, I can just pick up my uke, play 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It just switches your brain off from staring at a screen. So something to distract you, I would say, is the key tip.
Yeah, if you're ever on a Zoom call with me and I'm like this, it's totally, I might have my crocheting on my knee. I've got lie, I have crocheted through. None of my chats and meetings, but there have been a few webinars that I've definitely done that through.
Absolutely right.
I had a one-to-one with one of my members last week, Charles Coombs from MGC Residential up in Huddersfield, and he said that he'd just done his kids' parents' evening, and Zoom headaches and so on, and the teacher had said the 20-20-20, do the 20-20-20 rule.
Okay.
And I was telling my daughter about this, and she said, well, this is just normal for working in front of a computer. It's just more emphasis now. And she said, for every 20 minutes online, take 20 seconds away and look at something about 20 feet, 20 meters away to refocus your eyes, and just online, and just for 20 seconds and just step away from it. So I think that's a good one.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I wrote it down.
Very good. Right. Well, I think we've covered everything, but so join us next week. But if you want to get involved in, you want to see some more people. You might be working from home right now. You might be thinking where your next deal is coming from, where your next referral's coming from. You might just want to see different faces. Kickstart, Restart Lancashire, informal networking, just to see different people is the way to go. And we can certainly help you with that. I think that's about right, isn't it, Louise? We can help.
Absolutely. Everyone's welcome.
Links will be in the chat as soon as this broadcast finishes. I think that's it. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
And we'll see everybody the same time next week. Same time next week.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.